roll, please. The Righteous Kitchen.
I have a small cabbage here that I want to use up, so I thought I would show you how I make an old-fashioned coleslaw. Now, what's great about this coleslaw is after you make it, it's not going to get watery in the refrigerator. In fact, we're going to pull out some of the water from the cabbage before we make it. All right, I went ahead and washed my cabbage, pulled back some leaves, cut off some of the bottom, and I am going to just work around that core. So I'll go ahead and slice it. I'm just slicing right around the core. All right, there we go. Then I'm going to slice this in little slivers. Want it very thin. Okay, I have all of the cabbage shredded. And I am just going to sprinkle the top of this with about a tablespoon of salt. 1 medium-sized carrot. I'm going to go ahead and grate that. Here is the grated carrot. Once the cabbage is julienned and you put the salt over it, just kind of lift up your strainer a little bit so that the water won't puddle back up into your strainer. And this is going to set for a couple hours, 2 to 3 hours, to get a lot of that moisture out. All right, to make the dressing component, we're going to need 1 cup of mayonnaise, okay, we're going to need 2 teaspoons of onion powder, half a teaspoon black pepper, 1 teaspoon celery powder. I had celery leaves, so I ground them up in my mini food blender. And 1 tablespoon sugar. We're also going to add 1 tablespoon buttermilk and 1 tablespoon apple cider vinegar. All right, we'll go ahead and mix this together. And go ahead and throw in the grated carrot. Now, if you didn't have grated carrot, purple cabbage looks really good with this coleslaw. But it is Easter, so I thought I would use carrot. All right, I'm going to refrigerate this Well, my cabbage is weeping. All right, so I'll be back in a couple of hours to dress the cabbage. Okay, I decided to go ahead and let the cabbage drain overnight in the refrigerator. I had other things to prep for Easter. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse this. And here you can see not a terrible amount of water collected, but it's enough to make your coleslaw runny and soggy. Okay, I'm going to rinse this cabbage under cold water. I want to try to get all that salt out of here. Move it to this other strainer. Okay, you could just keep your coleslaw in the strainer and let it dry naturally, but that is going to take a while. You could use a salad spinner if you have one, but I just press it between paper towels. Okay, that's pretty dry. All right, so I have the dressing that I made last night. What's great about this is the texture isn't going to change much from what it is right now. So in a few days, you're still going to have a creamy coleslaw and it's not going to be watery. All right. So there you have it. Traditional coleslaw. I wanted to give a little update on this creamy traditional style coleslaw that I made for Easter Sunday. It is now Tuesday afternoon, and I wanted to show you it still looks exactly the same as when I made it. It's not watered down. It's nice and creamy. That's because I took the time to salt the cabbage and let that water be released from the cabbage. So, it's creamy, it's delicious, and it's still crunchy. A tip I want to share: when you're making salads and you don't want any moisture to collect in your container and get into your salad, it's just to tuck a paper towel right on top and then put the lid on. It'll keep your salads the way you intend for them to be. All right, thank you.
Thanks for watching The Righteous Kitchen. Make sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.